Coach, obviously a big weekend for you guys. Second series sweep, 55 runs off 51 hits for y'all. What's made you guys so explosive at the plate the past couple of days?
Yeah, I don't know really how explosive, again, I don't think we want to toot our own horn too much. Just go up there and have good at-bats, try to extend innings, extend at-bats, have competitive at-bats. Obviously the wind had a little bit of a factor today, even though it knocked some balls down, and I think guys are working very hard at, trying to get to the right spot, offensively and defensively.
Bo Blessy got scratched today. When do you maybe expect him back? And maybe
Yeah, we'll see. We're just going to kind of be day to day. We just want to push him back a day. He was a little sore first start and felt like it was the right thing to do.
Got it. Kyle Robinson comes in, has the day that he has. Even though he did give up a couple runs there, what have you been seeing at him kind of battle his way through these first couple series?
Yeah, Kyle thought he was really good in the first. In the second, he's really good. He gets 2 outs. They string some good at-bats together. There's times he throws his fastball with some conviction. Same thing with the breaking ball. Same thing with the changeup. Really what you want him to do is execute pitches and pitch with some conviction, no matter what the outs are, no matter what the situation is. And young pitchers tend to do exactly what you just saw. I mean, you get 2 outs and guy gets on, and again, like what they can't control is execute pitches.
And then a big day and a big weekend for Dylan Carter. Huddy just said he put him against any other center fielder in the country. I just want to know what you're seeing out of him right now, too.
Yeah, Dylan's always been able to defend. He's been through an awful lot, with some injuries. And again, had a really good weekend. Really proud of the play he made there in the 8th. I thought it was a great play. I thought he was almost went and got a ball that went over the fence a couple days ago. And again, competitive at bats and fun to watch when he gets that going.
How much harder, I guess, is that play to make too when the wind is as bad as it is today?
Probably have to ask him. I've never played center, so I don't really know. It looked like it held up a kick for him just because the wind was kind of blowing. It was kind of knocking it down and right.
Could you mention Kyle Robinson? What changed from the first start to this start to where maybe he came into the dugout and maybe he kind of had maybe a little bit more confidence, or kind of maybe someone spoke to him and he, kind of bounced back and had those 2 scoreless?
Yeah, I think the preparation, definitely guys get confidence from their preparation and allows them to go out and embrace opportunity in front of them. Kyle's very diligent about what he does week to week. And I know he was really excited about getting the start today with Blessy getting scratched, and probably wanted to go out and show everybody, he's going to go out and execute pitches, and that's more of a challenge than we think about. I mean, it's not easy, and but they all got the ability to do it. Just got to go trust their stuff.
Coach, I wanted to ask about Andrew Devine, a guy that as a freshman had some really big moments, then you lose the season, has had some adversity since then.
Yeah.
What can you say about him?
Yeah, Andrew's a guy that really good athlete. Talking about center fielders, he's gone out there and ran a few balls down before. Delivery's just about as good as you draw it up. And again, it's about him executing pitches, repeating his delivery, attacking the strike zone, doing those things. And when he does that, he's going to be tough to hit.
Trendon Parrish described the team last night as scrappy.
Did he?
Kind of never out of it, always ready to fight. Do you think that's early in the season a fair way to put it?
If Trendon said it, we'll go with it. Sounds good.
Coach, obviously I know this series just ended, but have you decided maybe who's going to start Tuesday and Wednesday?
No, we haven't. I mean, really going into the first midweek and playing 36 innings over 3 days, kind of got to circle the wagons and say, hey, what do we need to do here? First in line would be Blessy. If he's ready to go, we'll do that, and then kind of line up Wednesday. And really just wanted to push him back at least a day, and he might need more time. Might need to come out of the bullpen. We'll see.
In terms of the first 2 series that y'all have had you kind of gotten what you wanted out of these 8 games so far in terms of just seeing guys take some at bats and some guys, throw from the mound?
We're getting there. I mean, there's a whole bunch of guys still haven't pitched. There's a bunch of guys haven't, really played enough to really evaluate it. And there's a lot of guys over there with a lot of tools and really like to play baseball. We knew going into this that it's going to be very hard on guys because they've all played their whole life. And really right now, again, it's like to get everybody firing on all cylinders if we can, and be able to kind of do what you did with Vuletich today. Plug him in there in the leadoff spot for Hester and get Hester off his feet. And he gets in there and has tough at-bats. And same thing with Woodcox over the last couple of days. And you want to get your whole roster where they're really ready for that opportunity and prepared for that opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, overall, second series sweep or 4-game series sweep for you guys. I guess between the last series and this one, what's been consistent? What's really been clicking for you guys so early in this year?
I'd say our offense for sure. We got a bunch of guys who can really hit 1 through 9, and definitely the offense.
I think we just got a team of gamers. Everyone's out there ready to compete every day. Everyone shows up the field, means business. I think everyone's really dedicated and really into it this year.
Seems like this weekend especially is when the bats really, really came alive for y'all. What do you think has been, I guess, the team mentality for plate approach, and what have you guys been liking, I guess, in the box?
Yeah, we're just everyone's really aggressive up there, but we're not too aggressive. We're getting our pitch and making sure we don't miss it.
You picked up your first victory today. It's got to be nice to have that run support kind of this entire weekend. What's the mentality going in for you, I guess, in games like this where there is that kind of pad for you?
Yeah, definitely. Having a cushion behind you with the offense we have is always great to have. I mean, going out there knowing your team will potentially score runs no matter what is awesome. I mean, the confidence going out there with the lead too, and then going back in the dugout and knowing they're about to get back at it, awesome. I mean, just moves the game forward, making you really compete the whole time.
A lot of guys for you today too in the rotation with Blessy not being on the bump. What was it like, I guess, kind of being in there and getting through that rotation?
Yeah, no, I think everyone in there is just ready to go. Like this whole team, honestly, from everyone in the staff to everyone in the lineup, everyone's ready to really compete, get after it, show the world what we got, and that Tech baseball is a force to be reckoned with.
Andrew, I know Kyle had another inning where he gave up 4 runs, or if you will, a crooked number. How do you feel he bounced back in those next 2 where he had scoreless innings?
Oh no, definitely, he's a grinder. He was came back in that dugout after each inning, sat down, was ready to go back out there and compete. Not once gave in, not once I thought he let up. I think he's a battler. He just battled the whole time. He knew his stuff was good. I think the confidence was playing for him well, and then he knew that we were going to score and get him right back in there. So his stuff looked awesome. I mean, can't throw the ball perfect every day, but stuff looked good. He looked healthy. He was just fine.
Talking to you all earlier this year, you talked about how good of a hard throwing guy he could be. Do you kind of feel like it's just a mental side that he has to get to? What kind of like almost any pitcher, just kind of really get him to that next level?
I would say it's the mental side. He's mentally tough through the roof. I mean, it's just more of getting a feel for it. He's a young guy. I know he had chances last year, also came off an injury, so we also coming in that way. But I think just the more experience he gets, the better he's going to be. Simple as that.
Hudson, can you speak to what Dylan Carter's been able to do? I know last year didn't have the year he would like in terms of offense, but still playing good defense, and now, kind of seeing the ball kind of go out of the yard.
Yeah, so he, there's no doubt he's probably the best center fielder in all of college baseball. And like you said, last year he struggled, but this offseason he worked his tail off. He really put a lot of time and effort, and he can tell you that too. He's just worked his butt off offensively, and he's seeing the rewards for that now. So it's really good to see him.
It seemed a little bit poetic that he got that last out or the last 2 outs for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you find a better center fielder, I'd like to see, because I don't know if there is one.
What do you think about your start, Hudson? After we've talked a lot about how last year started, what about how this year started for you?
Yeah, my first game wasn't great. I think I had the hat trick my first 3 at-bats, but like I said, I definitely learned from last year. I don't let it get to me. It's a long season. Last year really showed me how long the season is, and you can't let one game or 1 week even get in your way, because you got a lot more coming. So
I was curious, going back to the first game yesterday, Dylan had a tough error and kind of just a mess that happened at the plate a little bit. Did you have a conversation with him, pick him up at all?
yeah, he's just young. He's still learning. I was the same way last year too. It's just a part of growing up. So he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. I just didn't know I know you said you kind of taken him under your wing a little bit, and you guys were working together a lot. So.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
Yeah.
So he'll be fine. He's good.
Hudson, can you describe the dugout during that 8-run third inning? Just the environment, the vibe in there.
It's just relaxed. Everyone in there is just relaxed, having fun. It's really fun to be a part of this team. Everyone just has fun, you know, like they should.
Anyone else for these two? All right, thanks, fellas.
Thanks,